Hello everybody, how are you guys? Let's do a quick video about things you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Number one, oh sure, you want to go into the wilderness and climb a mountain and stand in a beautiful waterfall and then post it to Instagram. Well, you can do that actual thing except for the mountain and the wilderness. But if you want, you can go and stand under the Cuyahoga Falls and take a shot for Instagram, I guess. But the falls are pretty thick and you might not even be seen. Maybe just stick your hand out of the falls and give a thumbs up. But going to Cuyahoga Falls and taking a photo for your Insta is something that you can only do in Akron, Ohio, Cuyahoga Falls being a suburb of Akron. You know, you got big brothers in life and little brothers. And a lot of people think that Akron is just a little brother to Cleveland in Northeast Ohio. And that might be true based on market size. But you know what? Akron is bigger than Cleveland in? That's right. Rubber factories turned into ice cream factories. Every former rubber factory in Akron, which is how the town grew to the size it is today, is now an ice cream factory. In fact, a lot of the old rubber machines have been cleaned out and disinfected, and now they make ice cream. In fact, there are a few former tire making machines that have not been changed at all other than making them safe for food products that make ice cream in the shape of tires, guys. It's unbelievable, and it's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio. We mentioned that Akron has a rubber past, the rubber barons that made the rubber tires of which the country rolled on for years. Now it's more of a research and science town. But, you know, it has that past, and one of the mainstays from those days is the Soapbox Derby. Soapbox Derby is where kids make race cars that roll down the hill and they compete against each other on who will be fastest. Well, guys, now, starting in 2019, you can add a supercharged lawnmower engine to your Soapbox Derby car, guys. And this will be the first year that they've had automotive engines, or I should say lawnmower engines, allowed on the Soapbox Derby cars. Guys, it's going to be an amazing thing. It's going to be this August in Akron, Ohio. Souped up Soapbox Derby cars going over 70 miles an hour, driven by 14-year-olds down the hill. We're going to see who wins. I can't wait. It's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Number 4. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, you've been to Columbus, you've been to Cleveland, you've been to Cincinnati, maybe you even been to Toledo. But have you been to Akron? Have you seen the University of Akron Zips play football? You know where they play football? The Rubber Bowl. That's right. The football stadium for the University of Akron is called the Rubber Bowl. And you want to know why? Well, of course, it's the rubber industrial past of Akron. But to complete the theme, they made the field out of rubber. Guys, you're going to see some of the most exciting football of your life when you go down there to see the Zips play, because they can bounce over the other team, as can the other team do to the Zips. But I mean, it's a whole new brand of football. A whole new brand of football when you can bounce around rather than just running and catching and kicking. Bouncing becomes a major play, a major factor in the competition, and it's something you can only see and do in Akron, Ohio. Number 5. You know, like a lot of former industrial towns, Akron had some difficulty adjusting to the new economies, the new realities, the shifting changes in the economic landscape, but they've done a good job. And you know, one thing that they've done is turned an old Quaker Oats factory, that's right, that used to make Quaker Oats. They made it into a hotel. That's right, they made a Quaker Oats factory into a hotel. And one of the features of the Quaker Oats hotel is that one of the silos still stores Quaker Oats. It still makes and stores Quaker Oats. So therefore, you as a guest can dip your bowl right into the Quaker Oats for free bowls of fresh Quaker Oats every morning. And then you pour the milk right on there and you're going to town. It's endless Quaker Oats breakfast at the Quaker Oats Hotel in downtown Akron, Ohio. And that's number 5 on the list of things you can do there. I think it is, unless I lost track, which I probably did. However, let's go to number 6. Number 6 of things you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Did you know that if you live in Akron but go to Cleveland State University, you can play hockey on their team? Yeah, so you'll have to drive 60 miles every practice, every game, but you can play on the Cleveland State University hockey team. And one of the benefits of doing that is that means if they take you on as a player, half their games have to be played in Akron. So therefore, now you have collegiate hockey available in Akron, Ohio, guys. And it's something you can only do is see a Cleveland State game in Akron. It's an interesting arrangement in collegiate sports. I've never seen anything like it, and it's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Hey, number 7 is going to be romance. You wouldn't think Akron would be the center of romance in Ohio, but it really is, and I'll tell you why. Because just north of Akron, Ohio, is the Boston Wine Ski Complex. That's right, you can actually ski in Akron, Ohio, believe it or not. It's a river valley that has steep enough slopes that allow you to ski up to 100, 200 miles an hour, guys. And they have Romance Thursdays all during the winter. Now this is a kind of a ski area that needs to make snow in addition to the natural snow that comes down in Northeast Ohio. But if you need a little spark in your life and you're a skier, don't forget Romantic Thursdays every Thursday during the ski season at Boston Wine Ski Area and Romantic Development Center. That's number 7 on things you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Number 8. Well, we were talking about the research aspect of the area now that the rubber industry has moved on to different parts of the world, but it's still a big research arm. And one of the things they've developed in the research area at the University of Akron in conjunction with the rubber companies is a it's a rubberized, how do I best describe it? It's a rubberized mask that you wear around town when you, okay, here's the thing. When you go through a, what they call a red light camera. A red light camera is a stationary camera that takes a picture of you if you go through the red light. If you go through the red light, a police officer doesn't have to see you do it to give you a ticket. The camera takes a picture of you, and then they send you it in the mail, and they go, we caught you. You got to come down and pay the fine or plead not guilty, but you got to come to court. One way you can defeat it is if you are not recognizable in the photo. If you're not recognizable, they cannot give you a ticket if it's not you. If if you wear this rubberized mask that's specifically designed for this particular event, you'll get out of a $500 ticket, guys, just by wearing the rubberized mask that allows you to drive around incognito and avoid all kinds of unfair and probably illegal fines from the red light camera industry. Guys, that's number 8, and it's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Number 9 is exciting too. We're going back to the sports world. Badminton, of course, was invented in Akron, and a lot of times you'll meet somebody from Akron, and before long, within the first couple hours of meeting them, they're like, "Hey man, do you want to get the shuttlecock out?" And if you're not used to badminton terminology, you might be saying, "What? What did you just say?" Yeah, let's get out the shuttlecock and play some badminton. And of course, if you're knowledgeable of badminton, that's what they call the birdie. They call it the old shuttlecock. Well, if you want to circulate in the highest stratus of the social world in Akron, you better get your shuttlecock skills together. There's plenty of training you can get, lots of classes in Akron. But the thing is, you will not really be successful personally or professionally in Akron unless you're able to smoothly move in the badminton circles at the highest levels of the social world. So guys, badminton is the key to social and professional success, and it's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio, believe it or not. And finally, number 10 on our list, and this is really exciting because a lot of times millennials get grief for killing the wine industry, killing the bread industry, killing the beer industry, killing industry after industry. Well, guys, the millennials are the people that are responsible for the success of one particular industry, especially in Akron. And guys, it's hard to believe, but if you've ever been a kid and you went fishing for muskie and you weren't quite sure what bait to use, well, the bait app, the bait advice and guidance app was developed by millennials in Akron that allow you to pick the right bait for the fish you're going for. Guys, it's a high-tech solution to a long-standing problem that's been around since I was a kid, and it was developed by sharp millennials right there in Akron, and you can get this app at no charge as long as you're a millennial or you live in Akron. That's right, at no charge. Otherwise, it's $9.99 in the App Store or in the Google Play Store, but you can get it for free if you're visiting or living in Akron, or if you're a millennial in that city or anywhere in the country at large. Guys, that's the app for fishing bait guidance and advice, and it's something, unless if you're not a millennial, it's something you can only do in Akron, Ohio. Of course, if you're a millennial, you can get it for free. You don't even, they'll just trust you. You're saying, well, how do they know if I'm a millennial? Well, hey, it's one of those things. They'll trust you. I mean, let's put it this way. Wink, wink. I'm a millennial. I mean,